This has been amazing just to be behind the scenes and see how we have put this together.
Don't you think we're going to have like a surreal moment here?
My background is in broadcast journalism.
So I'm used to sitting down, getting those stories told. And not only am I excited for what's happening on the track, but also what's happening off the track.
I just don't feel like our sport has had that opportunity.
Hey everybody, what's up and welcome to Reaction Time. I'm Kayla Zadell. The Windy City lived up to its name with a dust storm that blew into Route 66 Raceway on Friday, but it was far from the only thing making noise at the 25th annual Gerber Collision and Glass Route 66 NHRA Nationals presented by Peak. From Tony Stewart's scoring his second Top Fuel win, to Jack Beckman returning to the winner's circle, to Gaige Herrera's dominant performance in Pro Stock Motorcycle, and a stunning Pro Mod breakthrough from Mason Wright, Chicago was stacked with storylines. We're breaking it all down right here, but before we get into those highlights, let's hear from our friends at Drag Race Bracket Bonanza.
Drag racing fans, check out Drag Race Bracket Bonanza. It's the free, family-friendly fantasy bracket game. Now, after final qualifying at every national event, you can fill out your bracket for all the pro classes.
It's free, easy to click on your picks. If you need some help, just hit the randomizer button to fill in the blanks. It's for fun, stay engaged, and pick your winners today.
Well, the 25th annual Gerber Collision and Glass Route 66 NHRA Nationals will forever be another memorable moment for motorsports legend Tony Stewart. Here's how he scored his second Top Fuel win of the 2025 season.
Stewart stayed second. They lead the starting line. Tony Stewart's trying to get there. He did it. 377.7, 329 miles an hour. Stewart now a two-time winner on the season. His first two-wide victory. They both left in the 40s. And my goodness, what a rock-solid day. It was the best car on the property. He was the best driver on the property.
And a big hug between the finals racers here at Chicago. Tony Stewart's going to look over that time slip and he's going to see that reaction time that he improved on here in this final. And Tony, you told me that you had to stay in your lane. I want you to take that Wally right there. We talked prior to this final round and you told me that getting the monkey of that first one off of your back, that you no longer have to prove anything to anyone. You are the points leader. You were holding your second Wally in 3 races. What does this prove to your competitors?
Well, you got to believe we're real now at this point. I mean, I wouldn't have said it till today. I mean, I've said all along, and I even said it after Vegas, we're making progress. We're not where we need to be yet, but it's hard to be the point leader and not sit there and think you're a contender now. So very grateful. Neil Straussbaugh, Mike Damagala, Phil Schuler, the entire Funny Car team, the whole Top Fuel team, obviously, Renai, Dodge, Direct Connection, Code 3 and Associates, Rush Truck Centers, just everybody that's a part of this program. We got so many great partners that it is awesome. So it's just nice we got a consistent race car and we can be in these positions again.
Why is this one emotional?
Shit, who doesn't like winning? You always want to win. Yes!
And in Funny Car, Jack Beckman won his second event of the season in an all John Force Racing finals. And here's how that went down.
We're about to find out now. It's the Nitro Funny Car Final. Brock was off the starting line first. What a race! It's Beckman! 393.5, 325 miles an hour. And he beat him on a hole shot. That is one of the craziest days. That is one of the craziest funny car wins I've seen in my life.
And Jack Beckman just said, what a drag race. And Jack, we just talked to you ahead of this final, and you were talking about Austin Prack and what he has done to this class. He just came over to you and said, how did you do that? When you looked at the time slip and you saw that reaction time, how?
I don't know. Maybe sitting next to him interviewing you. I don't know. I try to take the same mental approach up there. And Austin, I mean it. He's been the class of the field. That young man has got such a future here, and I'm enjoying my time while I got it. special trophy. Tom Hervis, the owner of Old World Industries, Greg Natelick, the president of Peak, is out here. Brian Bolander, who put this whole motorsports event together, he was the one, him and Robert Height and John Force are the ones that said, let's put him in our car. And Bob Boyle and the rest of the Peak crew, and here's my Peak squad. This is the greatest feeling that you could have in motorsports. At the end of the day, with your group of guys and gals hanging out with the trophy, and Peak did it today. Rick Hendrick texted me before the final. He said good luck. He also wished Austin good luck. We got to win for them, for Graham Rahal Performance, for Cornwall Test. We're a big family. And John Force Motorsport. This is just the greatest feeling for JFR, for JB, and for the Peak squad. It feels awesome.
And now in Pro Stock Motorcycle, it was once again a final between Vance and Hines' Gaige Herrera and Matt Smith's Racing's Matt Smith. And this time it was Gaige Herrera who tallied another win.
Gaige is dipping a wheel, and he dipped it back out again. Smith will stage second. Reaction time, 005 for Gaige Herrera past the 8th mile. Does Smith have anything to answer with? No, he does not. 6,777, 198.9 miles an hour. And once again, high, wide, and handsome. There's Gaige Herrera.
And we'll go ahead and give Gaige his assets from winning here in Chicago. The winner's hat, the winner's medal. We'll get the milestone Wally into the hands. You'll see that it's silver today for the 30th race here in Chicago. And Gaige, man, just the tension between you and Matt. You just told me that was purposeful up at the starting line. Why?
It's fun. Me and Matt both are very tough competitors, and we're good on the tree. I mean, his dad's Tricky Ricky, and Matt's just like him. And I'm just going to show we're trying to make class fun. Me and him both are really tough on the tree, and we're good with mind games, I should say. Whether or not I mess with them or not, or vice versa. But I mean, I had a 005 to his 24, so I didn't throw him off too bad. But this Revzilla, Motul, Suzuki, Vance and Hines, it came out on top, and I can't thank all Andrew and all the guys back at the shop enough. My crew guy Jay, Ray, all of them. But it ain't too bad for a rental bike. So whoever rents that thing, they got a fast hot rod. Thank you.
It's the 25th anniversary. Show them that Wally, Gaige.
Well, we've got to take a quick break, but highlights from the Gerber Collision and Glass Route 66 NHRA Nationals will continue after this break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the 1600, Duramax's newest model. This bike can reach up to 32 miles per hour. Let's get a rundown of all the features. This bike has a lithium-ion battery, can hold up to a 6'4", 350-pound rider. Super bright LED lighting, also has 4 different modes to adjust the speed. Get yourself one of our other models and ride with your friends. You won't regret it.
All right, well, the Congruity NHRA Pro Mod Drag Racing Series resumed at Route 66 Raceway, and the most recent Pro Mod event winner, J.R. Gray, lined up against Mason Wright in the final. And here's how that played out.
There they go! JR goes red on the starting line. JR Gray is going to be a solo win down there at 5.73.4, 251 miles per hour. Congratulations to Mason Wright, to Justin Elks, Modern Racecraft, everybody that had something great to do with this event this weekend. I'm telling you what, it's awesome.
Well, the second career Wally is going to go in the hands of Mason Wright as that gets delivered over here. This one might look a little different as this is a milestone Wally here in Chicago, as well as for the Gerber Collision and Glass Trophy as well. And Mason, absolute domination. The #1 qualifier. You're the quickest car in every single one of your pairings today. How do you level up competition like that?
Well, you can't take any of these teams lightly, and the King carried me the whole way. Yeah, I did not do my job on the starting line in any pass, and the team deserves this all. Wow. My little girl's going to be so happy to get this when I get home. Oh, my gosh.
Congratulations to Mason Wright, right around the neck of his daughters, guys.
Also making headlines this weekend, 6-time Hot Rod Drag Week champion Tom Bailey. Not only did he win the Peak Street Car Shootout presented by Sick the Magazine against Bryant Goldstone with a 581, which we're watching now, he also recorded the fastest speed for a full-bodied car in NHRA national event history, going 263.51 miles per hour, which is faster than the standing Pro Mod speed record. Also happening in Chicago this weekend, MMA legend Randy Couture revealed his Skag Racing Pro Mod. On Friday, the wraps were pulled off Couture's new ride, a 1937 Chevy Pro Modified hot rod decked out in Skag Power Equipment's unmistakable cat's eye gold. The cart proudly features the Skag Jackal mini skid steer and the Tree Frog slope mower, tying in Skag's identity with Couture's next chapter. Couture is currently in the Pro Mod licensing process and is set to make his debut at the NHRA Virginia Nationals. And now the 17th annual Door Wars marked an unforgettable weekend at Maryland International Raceway, and it also served as a points race for the Northeast Outlaw Pro Mod Association. And here in the finals, it was Mike Decker Jr. and Ed Burnley. Well, as you will see here, Ed Burnley red-lit and Decker Jr. scored the win. And if you listen closely here, these fans, which I think could be some relation to Decker, were obviously happy in the video. And now staying on the East Coast here, the 2025 edition of Street Car Braggin Rights with more than $112,000 in payouts took place at Rockingham Dragway. And here's who all scored wins in the drag racing portion of the event. We've got Street Car Braggin Right Elite Jim Braun. We've got Street Car Braggin Rights Wild Jeremy Ortiz. And we have the heavyweight champion Alan Whitaker. As you can see, there were several different classes taking place. So congratulations to all of those winners and congratulations to everyone who won something this weekend. I know there was a division race at the Texas Motorplex, so congrats to everybody that went down there. And guys, thanks for tuning in this week, but I do want to let you know next week reaction time will be on Tuesday instead of Monday due to Memorial Day. And I do want to say thank you to all of our service members, past and present. Thank you for serving. And guys, as always, stay tuned to dragillustrated.com for the latest updates and our socials at Drag Illustrated on Facebook and Instagram. And if you guys ever want to see anything, leave me a comment on either video, or you can also email me at kayla@dragillustrated.com. I'm Kayla Zadell, and this is Reaction Time.